Hi friends, MD Vegan. Today is my gentle juice fasting day. I do that once a week. I only drink beverages without fiber. Example, water. And what I do now is a juice. And juicing means you put the fruit or the vegetable, whatever you have, through a juicer, for example, and filter the fiber out. And you remove the fiber from the fruit and remains only the nutrients and the liquid parts. The fiber, that is what we cannot digest. That is usually, it's called what we don't, formerly it was called what we cannot digest, but now we learned that these fibers are manifold. Only plants have fiber, and they keep the plant standing upright. They give the shape to the plant. And we thought that they cannot be digested, but now we know there are very important nutrients also in fiber. And in general, fiber is one of the most important things of a plant, for our food, because fiber makes digestion work. Digestion has 70% of our immune systems in the intestine. So the fiber have a very important role. They moderate the nutrient intake, and also they have also vital nutrients by themselves. So very important, the fiber. But in the juice, we take them out. So that's usually not so good, not to recommend for a regular diet. But on a fasting day, when you only drink juices or water or other beverages, then the system changes. There's a different, we switch to a different mode. Yeah? It's like digestions go to rest and the body begins to cleanse itself. That's a wonderful thing. I do that once a week, just one day. So that medical science says when you do fasting more than one day, then you should maybe consider a doctor, medical assistance, because sometimes something happens in the body that is, you cannot detect it, you do not feel it, still damage is done. So with one day you are safe. Now, that's why I recommend always one day a week. That's a gentle juice fasting. I do it all every week, basically, yeah, not literally, but basically every week. And then over time, there's a wonderful effects. It gets stronger and stronger. My body gets used to it. I'm looking forward to it. On the fasting day, I feel more inspired. The senses, excited, light, energetic. So it's really a nice time. You see, I'm really energized today. Fasting day is wonderful. It's really I save so much time from kitchen. I don't need to cook in the kitchen. I love cooking, by the way, but when I don't do it, there's a lot of time free, and also digestion. There's no energy in digestion. Usually 60% of the food, of the energy from the food, is used only for digestion. Only 40% is used for ourselves, so to say. On a fasting day, there is no of this energy, so it's a huge amount. It's a really big thing for the body and for the mind. And fasting day, it's in all traditions. Yeah, everywhere on the planet, people have been fasting for so much. It's always, usually it was connected to religion and everything. But it's not only religious. Also, something in yoga we do, without any religious background, just to cleanse the body and to keep the digestion, to put it to rest, just relax, or a long sleep of digestion, and to be more focused on the mental energies, on the senses, on the subtle, on the inside, to go inside, to self-reflect. That is fasting also. What we do in yoga is basically self-reflection, and the cleansing is a step toward that. So a little bit of talking about fasting, just to give a little background. If you are new to it or you're interested, you can always ask questions or so on my channel, MD Vegan. And now I will make the juice. That's why I make this video. Basically, I want to show you a new juice, a new flavor. And I always make a new juice on a fasting day. It's a beet juice today, and that is among the most amazing juices or flavors, the beet flavors. Here's just one red beet. I cut it into pieces so it fits into the juicer. And usually the beet tastes only nice when you put some fruit to it. Today I put apple and orange. That is something nice. Apple alone with beet, I would say, is a little bit too sour. Something sweet would be missing. Maybe if you have a normal flavor, maybe or average. And here is orange that is sweeter, but also we have more than 2 cups of oranges here when you cut into pieces, when you peel it, and so maybe 3 cups or so, about 2 cups or 3 cups apples and oranges each. And it will be a big juice, yeah, because the apple and the orange together, they are very nice as a juice. I didn't know that always. Came to me not long ago. Juicing apples and oranges together is not what I usually do. You have an apple juice and an orange juice, but both together. So I learned that recently. It is a wonderful juice. It's a nice creaminess, yeah, and it tastes very nice and balanced, and sweet and sour. It's very delicious. You can try that. A pear also. Adding a pear to that is also wonderful. Yeah, I didn't know all these things, that you can combine so many juices from regular common fruit that you can get everywhere, usually in our countries here in the West, in my country at least. I don't know where you are, a lot more from where you are watching. Maybe I'm talking about something I don't know where. Yeah, people from India, sometimes people from India watching my videos, or from Asia or so, maybe they don't have apples, I don't know. Yeah, or pears, different kinds or so, we don't know here. Yeah, but the apple and the orange here are very common, and to juicing it together is very delicious. And also with beet together, we have both the sour and the sweet. And if the sweet is missing, then something is not balanced there. So I need a little bit more than just the apple for the beet, for my flavor, so for my taste. Okay, so that is beet and apple and orange. So 1. And then I add something very special today. That is a celery. And celery is usually a seasoning in traditional cooking. Celery is in many recipes where you don't really mention it because it's the background. It gives only a little bit more of a earth flavor, a smoky tone, something around it, like an onion, for example. Onion too is used in many recipes in traditional cooking just to give a little background. The celery also tastes salty. The celery stalks, they taste salty a little bit. You can make a celery salt, only just drying celery sticks, and then you ground them, and then you have a celery salt that replaces a regular salt. It's also a little bit salty, but not that much. But you can use it instead of salt if you're sensitive to salt, for example. That's also a nice thing to make. Very simple. The celery is very super healthy. It's wonderful, but it's used as a seasoning usually. And I do that here as a seasoning too, but in this time I have, you see, it's a huge amount of celery. Usually I take only 1 or 2 stalks. Recently I tried one with 4 stalks. That was doubling the amount from what I usually do. And this is even more. Yeah, it's almost the same amount as the apples. Yeah, so I try that now to use more celery because I can do that. Celery is a strong flavor. Not everybody likes it. So I would be careful with that. Adds a smoky tone usually to season something. But when I have a strong beet juice, very strong flavor, it might be okay to use more celery. I will try that today. And also, what gives me also confidence that it might be nice, I have another very strong and powerful flavor, is ginger here. The ginger also is a very powerful element in the recipe. It gives more heat, yeah, more fire to the flavors. It helps also other flavors to be more characteristic, to be more shaped, yeah, pointed. Yeah, ginger is such a something that enhances other flavors and allows you easier to absorb nutrients. It doubles or a lot more the nutrients you take in the food. They are oftentimes, when you put ginger to it, more powerful, much more powerful. Ginger is very, very healthy and makes other ingredients also healthier. So very interesting, the ginger. So I use it oftentimes in recipes, and I will do that today here with these 5 ingredients. So it's a beet juice with apple and orange, adding celery stalks and a ginger. Let's try, come back in a moment and I show you what it tastes like. So 1 liter juice, it's a beautiful red color. And I will now try. I will taste it, and I will tell you if the ratio of this huge amount of celery stalks, it's the first time I never did that before, if that works. Let's see. I have to stir a little bit to make it homogeneous. It's a beautiful color, yeah. A nice beet red color. Definitely the right amount of sweetness. It's a sweet juice, but not, oh, that is too sweet or so. No, it's a very nice sweetness there, and it is balanced by a strong fire from the ginger, not hot, not, oh, that is too hot. No, it's really nice. It's sweet and hot at the same time, but you know, the ginger heat, not like burning, but rather like a sun that begins to shine, radiate everywhere. It's a very nice thing and really balanced. The sweetness and the fire is very nice balanced. And then, of course, the beet flavor is the background for everything. It's the strong background. But the beet flavor is something that is there's sugar inside the beet, a huge amount of sugar in the beet. But you don't taste it usually. It's an earth flavor. The beet is an earth flavor, and the earth flavor hides, I would say, the sugars. And if you put fruit like apples and oranges here into that earth flavor, the sugar is released and you taste the sweetness. Yeah? And that's happening here. It doesn't taste like an apple and orange juice, but the apple and orange is the background for to make the beet flavor nice, with a nice volume, round. And the celery, that's the most interesting for me. The celery is a whole big chunk of flavor in this juice, and it is like a vegetable juice, you know, that is sweet. It's very nice. It's like a little bit of wood, a wooden flavor or a smoky tone, but very strong, but not aggressive. Again, very nicely balanced with the sweetness and the hot flavor. So you know that sometimes a vegetable can be hot, or a dessert, a sweet dessert can also be hot. Yeah? Chili can be in savory and in sweet desserts. Yeah? And this here is a sweet flavor that is at the same time a vegetable flavor with the beet and the celery, but it's very nice balanced. I can't describe it better. It's really nice. You gotta try it. It's a wonderful juice. I'm very surprised, and I don't have put lemon in there, considerably so. I did not put lemon there because, just one more detail about the flavors, if you use an orange to open up the sugars in a beet flavor, yeah, the orange is something like the neutral element in the beet juices, the beet flavors. Because when you put an orange into a beet, you still taste the beet, yeah, but it gets nice. The sugar comes out and you taste it. You don't taste the orange so much. Yeah? As opposed to a mango, for example. If you put a mango into a beet juice, you don't taste the beet anymore. It's a whole different new flavor with the mango. The mango is not neutral. It adds a whole different flavor. The orange does not add a whole different flavor. It remains a beet flavor. So I call the orange a neutral element for the beet flavors. The beet flavors are a whole galaxy for me. It's an amazing amount of flavors I can create with beet flavors. This is a new one with celery. And but lemon here, usually I use lemon like ginger. Lemon and ginger oftentimes is a pairing to enhance the other flavors. But in this case, when you put orange and beet together, when you put a lemon to it, it becomes a whole different flavor. I didn't want to have that today. I want the lemon out, and there is a citrus flavor, and then it's the orange, the neutral element, and the lemon would have really changed the game completely. So no jam lemon today in this juice for a good reason. I hope you understood what I'm talking about here. It's a little bit weird sometimes maybe, but here is the juice. You see, it's nice and runny. It's a little bit all creamy, just a slight little bit. That's from the orange and from the apple together, they get a little bit more creaminess in a nice way, not too much. It's a really wonderful juice. I'm very happy I tried that. Yeah, I thought about what to do, and the idea first was orange beet, yeah, and celery, and then I thought, what else? So there we go. Apple and ginger, that is. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you like my video, subscribe at MD Vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day, and find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest and Twitter. And if you want to know more about the Gentle Juicefasting, there's a Facebook page we have made. It's called Tree Yoga Moon Fasting. Gentle Juicefasting comes from Tree Yoga. That's a yoga method, yoga style. It's the non-violent yoga style, so to say, from Kali Ray, the Yogini Kaliji. She created it, inspirational in the 80s, 1980, and still today she creates it every day new. It's a new flows coming out, and it's wonderful. And also the non-violent, the gentle juice fasting comes from her, so we call it Tree Yoga Moon Fasting. You can go there, Facebook page, Tree Yoga Moon Fasting, become a member, and you will see there is a new juice every week almost, and a calendar for the best fasting days, the moon fasting days, they have a special effect, and so on. You can also go there and find out more. Thanks for watching again. I hope to see you soon.